Pascal. You are now rocking with that dude Pascal. We be going wild, Haitian in the building, so original. Got the haters catching feelings. Get your hands up to the ceiling and keep them held high. Cause St. Louis isn't ready. Forget about it, goodbye. Hold on, we just saying hi. Five somebody, rise up weekdays. Catch us live, somebody. Let's go.
Good morning. Good afternoon and good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Pascal Show. Hope you guys are all doing well out there. Hope this show finds you in good spirits, as you should. Dag nabbit, it should. It's Thursday, y'all. We're one more day. We got one more day until the weekend, baby. Okay, we only just got to get through, 2 more days, today and tomorrow. And yeah, it is the weekend. Anyway, we got some things we got to talk about. This is a new case. I do want to say shout out to News Nation, because without them covering this case, I would not know anything about this case at all. So I do want to say that first and foremost, we are going to be looking at a lot of clips from News Nation, because I'm very, very curious about this whole case to begin with. Obviously, there has been some new updates revolving around this particular case, but I know you guys are new to this. I'm very new to this as well, and we are going to get into this and have a conversation. So do me a favor. Hit that like button down below. That would be greatly appreciated. If you're watching on other platforms, please be sure to crush that reaction button on those other platforms like Facebook. And if you are on those other platforms like Facebook, X/Twitter, TikTok, and Instagram, please be sure to crush that follow button. Follow me on those platforms. That'd be greatly appreciated. And of course, do not forget, if you're watching on my main channel, my YouTube channel, crush that subscribe button over here as well. If you want to support the channel, by all means, hit that join button down below if you are watching on YouTube, and consider becoming a member of the family by hitting that join button down below. Keeps these purple lights on. Also, I also have another option. If you just want to support even further and join in on some of these conversations that we're having over on Patreon, you can go to patreon.com/The Pascal Show. It's in the ticker down below going this way. Now it's showing up again right here down below. So go support if you can. Become a member, become a patron, all of that good stuff. That'd be amazing and greatly, greatly appreciated. Okay, guys. We have got some things we have got to talk about. Now, there is a new case coming out of the Bahamas, out of Paradise, revolving around the mysterious disappearance of Taylor Casey. She is 41 years old. She went out there to the Bahamas on a month-long yoga retreat. I mean, that's some serious yoga, okay? Some serious yoga. And she disappeared without a trace. Now, there has been a few updates revolving around this case. I've been very curious about this as well, because this is crazy, okay? And I know that the family is desperately trying to find any type of clue as to where their loved one is, okay? Where Taylor is. Again, she's 41 years old. She's from Chicago. She went on a month-long yoga retreat at the Shavanda, sorry, it's a new word for me, Ashram Yoga Retreat, okay? And don't worry, I know a lot of you guys are like, what the heck? No. I know some of you guys know about the yoga thing. Some of you guys are yogis out there, and some of y'all don't know anything about it. Don't worry, we're going to be looking into those things as well. We're even going to look at the organization and what they've been doing to help in the search for Taylor. And actually, what we will find out here in a little bit might shock you. Just saying it out loud. It feels a little bit like a Riley Strain kind of situation. Let me just say that. Spoiler, I guess, or foreshadowing. It has a little bit of a Riley Strain feel. Let me just say this so you can understand it, and then you guys can piece this all together yourselves. Okay, like Nashville is to Riley Strain, like this yoga retreat is to Taylor Casey's case. Don't worry, I'll explain in a little bit. I promise. I'll explain later. Okay. But still, this young woman is gone and no one has seen her. No one knows where she is. Family, friends, etc. have been looking for this missing woman. And family has even flown down to the Bahamas as of late to help push the needle as far as trying to find this young woman. Still, nothing has happened. Everyone is still going, what the heck happened here? Except for one new update, which we will be getting into in a little bit, which of course could mean a million different things. Okay, could mean something absolutely devastating, or it could mean something as simple, something very simple like an accident. Of course, like I said, I'll explain all of these things in just a little bit. But of course, I want to share with I want to share this with you guys because again, she needs awareness in regards to this case, just like anybody else. Okay. And this is a woman that went out there to have a great time, enjoy this month-long yoga retreat. I mean, that's some serious yoga. Okay. That's some serious dedication and love for the activity. And some say the art of yoga. And now she's no longer around. She's lost. She's gone. So we need to bring awareness to this. So if you can, please hashtag Taylor Casey. Put her name out there. Reshare this video. Make your own video. Whatever you need to do. Just please bring awareness. Because I feel that law enforcement in that area may be saying that they're doing everything they can, but I feel that maybe they're not doing everything they can. So, of course, we're here to talk about it and bring awareness to this case. All right, so let's take a look at this article here really quick. Mother of missing Chicago woman Taylor Casey pleads for her safe return. Police in the Bahamas are investigating the disappearance of a Chicago woman named Taylor Casey, whose family says she was last seen a week ago while attending a month-long yoga retreat. Now, I do want to say something really quick, guys. Some articles are going to say that she was last seen on the 20th of June, and some other places are going to say that she was last seen on the 19th. From my understanding, she was last seen on June 19th, and then she was reported missing on the 20th because she didn't show up to her classes the next day. All right? So I just want to make that abundantly clear. You might hear that in some of these videos that we're going to be playing, some of these video clips and all that. Okay? But, oh my God, I miss you, Taylor, or I miss Taylor. Taylor should not be missing as far as I'm concerned. This is what her mother said, Colette Seymour. All right, she did an interview with CBS News. So Seymour said she received a troubling call last week when the retreat's organizers asked if she had heard from her 41-year-old daughter. I heard from Taylor Tuesday. That was the last time Taylor had sent me pictures of Taylor in the Atlantic Ocean saying, I miss you, Mom. I miss you. Look, I'm at the beach. The organization hosting the retreat, the I can't even say that right, but Ashram Yoga Retreat Bahamas, okay, told NBC News they alerted the U.S. Embassy and Casey's family after she failed to show up for a morning class on June 20th. Okay. Now, remember, today is the 27th of the June. Okay? Today is the 27th of June. I just want to make that abundantly clear. Today is the 27th of June. I'm just want to make that abundantly clear. Let's continue on. Of course, they said that she failed to show up on the 20th. They alerted the family. They alerted the U.S. Embassy. Also, I do want to remind you, there was a travel advisory. I feel like it was like a zone 2 or level 2 travel advisory that was set out for the Bahamas because of the amount of robberies, crimes, etc., SA, and all that has happened over the past few months. I don't know if you guys remember what happened to, I know it's been a toss up and it's been a debate for a while, but the two women that went out to the Bahamas from a cruise, they took a boat out to an island in the Bahamas. They were drinking some drinks. They're having a good time. Apparently, they got some drinks from from the bar. Went out to the beach. There was some men that came up to them and said, some men that work at this particular hotel that they were grabbing drinks from, saying, "Hey, by the way, we know where you can get some really nice seashells." And they took them there in that direction. And then, of course, bad things happened, right? This is what they are alleging happened to them. If I'm correct, this is all off the top of the dome just right now, but it was, I think, two Kansas women, two women from Kansas. I don't remember, but you know what I'm talking about. Okay. This is right around the same time that they put up this travel advisory saying, be careful out here because it's bad. Interesting, right? So now we have same thing that's going on with Taylor. Okay. She went out. She was having a great time, enjoying her retreat, month-long retreat. And then all of a sudden she comes up missing. Same area, same travel advisory, etc. Just saying that out loud. But we're going to talk about that even more in just a little bit. So let's continue. What we're hearing does not sound like Taylor, and we need more information. This is what Casey's friend said. I agree. So the Royal Bahamas Police Force confirmed that Casey was last seen in the area of Paradise Island, Nassau, on the 19th of June at the retreat. Seymour and Williams, the friend and her mother, or her mother and her friend, are demanding answers, saying there are many unknowns, including how Casey's phone was found at the bottom of the ocean. Yes, her phone was found in the bottom of the ocean. There's more information which we will be talking about here in a little bit. We need to know where Taylor is, her friend William said. We need to know what happened, and we need the full story. Now, I do have this photo, this flyer that I'm going to share with you guys in a second. Casey's disappearance comes as the Bahamas are under a State Department travel advisory, which was issued in January due to increased crime. A violent crime such as burglaries, armed robberies, and SAs occur in both tourist and non-tourist areas. Be vigilant when staying at short-term vacation rental properties where private security companies do not have a presence. Okay, this is what the Department of State said on its website. Now, in a Facebook post, this yoga retreat did put out a post, which I'm going to share with you guys in just a second. Okay, and let me get that really quick. Let me pull that up for you guys, because again, for me, it is very. It's very odd. I just find it odd. Okay. I just find it very odd. Let me just share with you guys the post. And this was 2 days ago. Mind you, this post right here was posted 2 days ago. Okay, hold on. Let's take a look at this. It says a participant. So 2 days ago in the evening, a participant from our yoga certification program, Taylor Casey, is missing. On June 20th, we requested the police investigate and inform the U.S. Embassy and Miss Casey's family. Miss Casey's disappearance was discovered on June 20th when she did not attend morning classes. She was last seen at the retreat late on the evening of June 19th. We urge anyone with information on Casey's whereabouts to contact the local police immediately. The ashram is working with authorities in their investigation. Your assistance is greatly appreciated. Okay, now here's the thing. from what I last I checked, because I went through their Facebook page just to see, what was up, what was popping, all that stuff. Now, I'm going all the way back to even 6 days ago. She's been missing since the 19th, or let's just say they noticed that she was missing on the 20th, right? Let's go all the way back, in fact. 6 days. Yeah. What I find very interesting about this is that you don't see anything. You don't see anything about them. You don't see anything. Like, this is 7 days ago. This is on the 20th when she was in the morning. Okay. The day that she was reported missing. And then watch. Nothing in regards to bringing any awareness about her missing. Like, this is another one saying today is an International Day of Yoga, established it by the U.S. nations in 2014, blah, blah, blah. They got live videos all day long, going, 4 days, 3 days, talking about food and health. Okay, start the summer off fresh type thing, so on and so forth. 2 days ago, someone else put her missing poster in the comments section. Very interesting. Lots of live videos. And then bang, the most recent post was 2 days ago, 5 days after she was reported missing by the retreat. Now, again, I'm not here to try to destroy the retreat. Okay, I'm not trying to destroy the organization or anything of that sort, but I do find it a very, very odd that they waited 5 days to make an announcement. This is one of your patrons. This is one of your people that paid to go here and be a part of this yoga certification program. And now your student is missing, and there's still no alert, no heads up. Hey guys, we're looking for this individual. We don't know where this woman is. Where is Taylor? So on and so forth. I get it. You don't have to post 15 million times over and over and over again. But at the same time, you're not bringing any awareness to it until 5 whole days later. That's weird. To me, that's weird. Now, some of you guys might think one thing. Some of you guys might think a few things. Let me just talk about this really quick. I get it. It's yoga. It's all about peace, harmony, being at one with oneself, aligning your chakras, all that stuff. Okay. I've done a couple yoga classes in my day. Okay. Sun salutations and whatnot. I get that. I get it. Because you don't want everybody, you're trying to get them to clear their minds. You want to walk into that place, clear your mind of all the issues, all the drama, all the BS that surrounds you so that you can be at one with yourself. I get that piece. But at the same time, you got a young woman who is not anywhere to be found. This woman's nowhere to be found. And there's not one bit of awareness about where she is, about, hey, we're trying to find one of our students. You don't have to create pandemonium. But why wait 5 whole days? And when you do, it's kind of this meh. Here it is. That's weird to me, guys. At least to me. Instantly, I think out of sight, out of mind. Riley Strain, Nashville. Hold on. Hear me out. I know it's a little bit of a stretch, but just ride with me for a second. I understand that this retreat in the Bahamas, I'm sure it's beautiful, peaceful. I mean, shoot, look. Everybody look at that. You know what I mean? You see the photo up on top? They're having a grand old time. Okay? Getting high off of spirituality. And there ain't nothing wrong with that. Not knocking it at all. But when you have somebody out here that is missing, and the only thing you post is 5 days later, and it's like we let them know, and if you know anything, please contact I feel like it's a little lackluster. And I also feel like they're too concerned about securing the bag rather than bringing awareness to a woman's disappearance. A woman that probably spent a great deal of money to be there. And now she ain't there no more. And yet you're still not saying anything about it until 5 days later. It's just weird to me. Like I said, and I get it. They need to make their money. Okay? Those lights or that incense isn't going to pay itself. But at the same time, why would it take you 5 days to post something up? And then when you do post something up, to me, it feels a bit like a ground ball. That's just me, though. That's just me. Now, let's take a look at some of their videos. You know, like I said, this was just 2 days ago. This video was just 2 days ago. Now I'm going to scrub through this. Now, here's the thing. Like I said, I'm not throwing any shade on you got to keep moving, business as usual. But I still just don't understand why there isn't more awareness coming from the retreat in which she went missing from. Now, that's just me, though. Like I said, that's just me. But then I feel it's one of those things. We see the same thing. What happened to those two women that alleged these unthinkable crimes that happened to them, that they were survivors of a severe SA. I understand that there's pushback. It was an SA and it was consensual and all that stuff. That's the whole debate and theory and pushback on all that too. But no matter what, there really hasn't been much talk or focus on it. Because Bahamas makes money from tourists, from people getting on boats and planes to fly over there and drink some pina coladas and get their feet in the sand and enjoy an amazing moment whilst taking a selfie and saying best time ever, hashtag, right? Wouldn't this be something, a woman just suddenly up and disappearing like this? Wouldn't that put a damper into their buckets of money that they make? Like I said, I'm not here to put out conspiracy, okay? I'm not trying to wax conspiracy with you. I'm just trying to put some thoughts in your minds to be like, wait a second, is there really some serious care and effort in trying to bring awareness to this woman's case? Or no? And then, of course, we're going to look at a bunch of videos here in a second. And Brian Enton was down there doing some research, doing some investigative work and all that, which is amazing, right? And so for me, I'm going, okay, are they trying to hide this? Are they trying? Do they not want people to know that this is could be bad news bears out there if you are not safe or you're not around the right people? Like I said, it's very odd. It's very, very odd. Here's another video. Or actually, here's a photo. Let me share this with you guys too. I mean, this is just kind of one of the things. And like I said, I'm not here trying to knock what they do. All right. By all means, I bet it's an amazing retreat. It's a month-long retreat. I bet it's amazing. Okay. I bet it's amazing. Right. But I do feel that how they're how they are approaching this situation seems a bit lackluster. And I'm not expecting them to be out there like swimming in, and going, oh, we're shutting down the school. No, not expecting that at all either. But I just feel like it's a little bit lackluster. That's just me. So it feels like they're playing a lot of things close to the vest, and I'm wondering why they're playing a lot of things close to the vest, if that makes any sense. So let's continue on. Here's another video of their part of their retreat. And I'm going to mute that, but you can see for yourself just some footage of it. And it looks like a grand old time. Okay? Looks amazing. It looks like a great time. You know? Hell of a retreat. Hell of a good time. You know, I do have a lot of questions as far as like what happened to her. You know, was there a mental break that happened? That made her run off. I mean, that, you have to put all these questions, on the table and then slowly start taking them down, right? Start ticking away at them and going, okay, it's not this, it's not that. It must have been this, or there's security cam footage of her running away. Okay, and there are people chasing her. Okay, that's a dead giveaway, right? Dead giveaway that something bad happened, right? But it does make you wonder what actually happened to this woman when she was on this retreat. It just seems a bit weird to me. Okay. And how law enforcement and, this retreat is kind of responding and reacting to all of this. It's so odd to me, guys. It is so unbelievably odd to me. But them are the breaks. Let's take a look at some of these videos. Shout out to News Nation for all these videos, because like I said, I didn't know about this case until I heard it on News Nation on Banfield. Seriously. I'm like, whoa, what is this? And why isn't anybody talking about this? It's odd. Even Brian Enton flew down there, boots on the ground, doing all his investigative reporting from the actual island itself. It's interesting, right? So I got a couple of videos. They're not in chronological order, so just ride with me, and let's just bring some more awareness for Taylor. Real talk. Let's take a look at this. Oops.
Taylor was there. Taylor Casey, this woman from Chicago who vanished a week ago on a trip to the Bahamas. Taylor was there, Taylor Casey, in the Bahamas on a yoga retreat. The U.S. State Department says they're aware of her missing case, and they're working now with authorities in the Bahamas to carry out the ongoing search. News Nation's senior national correspondent Brian Enton is there for us on the ground at Paradise Island in the Bahamas with more on the ongoing investigation. Brian, I really want to start with my interview with the niece just a little while ago, saying that she last saw her aunt's phone ping in the water where it was found. Have you been able to confirm that, and what more are you hearing?
So yeah, her cell phone was pinged in the ocean. Okay? Was last pinged in the ocean. So there is a good possibility, I hate to say this, but there is a good possibility that this woman is in the water. There is that possibility, but there's a couple of possibilities here, right? She could have taken a kayak or taken a boat, taking some little tour or something like that, and tried to take a selfie in the boat, and her phone fell out of her hand and fell into the water. Not her, but just her phone. That's a possibility. Or she may have fallen into the water and isn't that strong of a swimmer, or there was undertow, or there was some strong current of some sort. That's a possibility as well. I hate to say it like that, but that is a possibility, right? But I am quite curious if she was an actual strong swimmer or not. Now, I know that doesn't automatically equate to, oh, yeah, you can swim through any type of current. No, there could be a riptide. It could be a totally many different possibilities here that could have added to the reason why we don't know where she is right now. But those are all possibilities that should be put out there and thought about. But let's continue. Her phone was last pinged in the ocean, just so you guys know.
On the investigation.
Yeah, we had heard that, Marnie, but that's the first time we've actually heard it from a family member. So that was new information that you got this morning from the family of this missing woman. What's interesting, though, and I don't know if you've ever tracked someone when you've been on like a vacation, a family vacation, is sometimes if you leave your phone on the sand near the water and you go in the ocean, it can almost look like it's pinging in the ocean. So we're going to have to figure out the details of that and whether the phone was actually found. We're trying to get more information from police. But this is certainly a disturbing mystery, Marty. This 41-year-old woman, you mentioned it, she's from Chicago. She's really into yoga, been doing yoga for the last 15 years, came here to this very, very well-known yoga retreat. It's called Sivananda Ashram. It was actually rated by Gwyneth Paltrow's lifestyle brand Goop as otherworldly. So it's known around the world.
So she went there something that, okay. Because of Gwenny. Okay. Because of Goop. Man, that's terrible. But you see what I'm saying? You get somebody who is like a celebrity saying, oh, or at least the celebrity's website saying, oh, you definitely got to go here if you want to get certified or you just want the best yoga experience you've ever had. You got to go here. Then they go down there and then they disappear. It's not a great look. Not only just for the Bahamas, not only just for the islands, but also for the retreat itself. And see, that's why I feel like the retreat should be reacting and handling this with very, very, very gentle gloves, right? They should be handling this gently because everybody's going to be looking at this and going, oh my gosh. Every bit they do, how they respond, how they talk about this, whatever they do. People are going to be watching. And right now it's like, oh yeah, she gone. We don't know where she is. 5 days later, it's a bit odd. Like I said, weird. It's weird, but okay. I don't run the business or anything like that. Like I said, don't expect them to drop everything and say, we're shutting everything down. We can't do business as usual. But at the same time, just a little bit more awareness on her missing would be nice. Just saying. Just would be welcomed with arms wide open.
Be a wonderful place, a beautiful place to come and study yoga. And that's what this woman was doing. According to the ashram, to the yoga retreat, she was last seen there last Wednesday night. They had eyes on her. Thursday, she didn't show up for any of the classes and she just vanished. I went out to the ashram, a little tricky to get there because there's no roads on that part of the island, but this is what we found. Take a look, Marnie. It's not easy to get to the Sivananda Ashram, the yoga retreat where Taylor Casey was staying. There's really no roads to get there here on Paradise Island, on this part of the island. So the only way that we could find is to walk down the beach. So we made it to the ashram where she was staying. You can see it's pretty quiet right now, but there are people still staying here. There's some smaller buildings on this side. There's larger buildings over here. And it's very, very close to the Atlantis Resort. Those big pink buildings in the distance, that's a big, big tourism destination here on Paradise Island.
But I'm not seeing anybody searching on the beach.
Yeah, there is nobody searching. No, I haven't seen anybody searching either. That's why I was surprised you didn't say, I was thinking there'd be like flyers.
No one's nothing. Not a damn thing. Not a damn thing. Really though. You're right there around by the island. You're gonna go try to find the girl. What the hell's going on here, guys? What's going on? Nobody's searching. Nobody. That's weird.
Oh, well, you can go in there.
Hi. Do you know have anything new about the missing woman, Taylor Casey?
No, we've
No?
heard nothing.
Okay.
We've heard nothing, so you won't get any information from us this evening.
Can I leave my card? Is that okay? My business card?
Yeah.
Okay. So I was kind of surprised, Marnie, that there were no posters anywhere. None of the guests there seemed to know that there was even a missing woman. I guess a lot of the people who were studying there last week have left. The new people have come. We got a statement from that yoga center just a little while ago, basically confirming that she's missing, saying that they saw her Wednesday night and then she vanished. And then also saying, look, we've got people here meditating and sort of politely asking me not to come back.
I'm gonna rewind that part again. What he say? What he say though?
A lot of the people who were studying there last week have left. The new people have come. We got a statement from that yoga center just a little while ago, basically confirming that she's missing, saying that they saw her Wednesday night and then she vanished. And then also saying, look, we've got people here meditating and sort of politely asking me not to come back.
Why? 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 Why can't Brian Anson come back over to the yoga retreat and ask some damn questions again? They politely, namaste. Thank you so much for, namaste. Thank you so much for being here. We appreciate your energy, but we can't have it back here again. Thank you so much. Go with peace. Namaste. Namaste. What? Come on, man. Yeah, JD. What the actual? What? Okay. This is 6:15. Okay, or 6:15. Yeah. Don't disturb our peace while this missing woman's family is as far from peace as possible. Thank you so much. So make that make sense. Make that make sense. You're disturbing our peace. You see what I'm saying, though? I'm not crazy. It sounds crazy. I sound crazy by saying I'm not crazy. Do you see what I'm saying? I'm not crazy. Okay? You heard it right from Brian Anson's mouth. They asked him, namaste. Go with peace. But you're disturbing this peace right now. We cannot have you back here again. Go with God. Namaste. What? Mind you, this is days before they posted that post on their Facebook page. This video right here, this ish right here, was days before they posted, oh, we have one of our participants, one of our students is is gone. We're trying to we let everybody know, so we let the authorities know and all the people that matter know. So if you know anything, please contact the local authority. But we want nothing to do with it because we got reviewed on Goop. Gwyneth Paltrow said good things about us, man. So please, namaste. Do you see what I'm saying, though? I'm not building this. I'm not constructing this. It's them. They're laying the breadcrumbs down the trail towards this direction. Do you understand? Crazy, guys. Crazy. Why would they not? Because they got reviewed on Goop. Damn it. Doesn't that seem a little bit weird? Okay. Thank you so much for being here. That's what he's. Thank you so much for asking questions. But we would like to have you not come back here because you're disturbing the energy, the peaceful energy that's here. It's not supposed to be like that. Sometimes you need to focus on the things that matter, like a woman being missing for days. And the more days that she's out there missing, the more she can lose her life, the more possibilities of her getting further away, so on and so forth. Whether she was moved by somebody or if her life was taken, no matter what, this woman's life is in dire straits. And they go, nope, namaste, peaceful. Peaceful. Get out of here, guys. I'm sorry, I'm not with this at all. I'm not. I'm not crazy. Came from Brian Enton's mouth. I just want to let you guys know this is what the retreat is constructing. Okay? They've erected their own tower of conspiracy, tower of side eyes, because of how they're reacting and responding to the news and reporters that are asking questions about the mysterious disappearance of this woman right here. Let's continue, though. Like I said, they were reviewed on Goop. We can't have this on our name, too. Damn it.
So that was kind of interesting. But, the search continues here in the Bahamas, Marnie.
Right. So it was the yoga retreat that, as far as I know, reached out to the family and says she didn't show up for some of her scheduled events. As you were walking around, Brian, did you notice any security cameras, anything that could help as evidence as to the last time she was seen, her whereabouts, and where she went?
Yeah, I didn't see any cameras right there near the yoga retreat center. It's very, very rustic, as you could see in the video. It's a beautiful part, the western side of Paradise Island that's kind of uninhabited. And you kind of get this feel that people that probably don't have internet or cell phones, they really go there to disconnect. So I didn't see any cameras. But on the other end of the island, where that big Atlantis resort is, there's a ton of cameras. And there's cameras coming on and off of the island. So those are certainly things that the police here in the Bahamas are looking into right now.
Now, one thing I do want to share with you guys, which is wild as well. I want to share with you guys something that Brian Enton put up on his Twitter, because I got to show you. Because listen, shout out to Brian Enton and News Nation. Okay, I don't know how they caught wind about this case or anything like that, but it's still, no matter what, I do appreciate the energy and I appreciate the investigative work. Here's something I thought that was interesting as well. Like I said, I'm not here to bash the retreat. The retreat is doing the damage themselves. Okay? Take a look at this. I'm going to show you. This was posted an hour ago on Brian Enton's Twitter. Okay? It says Taylor Casey is still missing from Paradise Island, Bahamas, where she was staying at the Shivananda, hopefully I'm saying that right, but anyway, ashram yoga retreat on the beach. Brian Enton says that name, the Shivananda, so easy. Okay, he says it easily. I'm struggling like I've been drinking for like day drinking or something. But anyway, some guests there are outraged the resort did not inform them that someone was missing. Some have left and told no refunds. Only resort credit. What in the hell? You see what I'm saying? This was posted an hour ago, by the way. Mind you, an hour ago. They were not getting informed about a woman being missing, one of their students missing from the doggone retreat. So people are outraged and upset about it. So they wanted to go, hey, man, I don't want to, no. If there's somebody out there snatching people, if there's a possibility of someone out there running around snatching people right now or unaliving them or something like that, I need to go back home. This is not helping help me get in touch with my inner self, right? Or getting in touch with aligning my chakras and whatnot. No, I'm out. I need to go. And they're like, no refunds. But we'll give you resort credit. We'll give you store credit. And some of these people are probably like I'm going to come back and shop at this store. You better give me my full refund. They're not even doing that either. Come on, man. I'm just saying. And you can only, I don't even know, somebody out there, look up, if you got the second, just see how much the yoga, this yoga certification program, which is 30 days long, what that retreat, how much that is. I'm just curious how much that is. Because you know for a fact, if you're dropping so much ducats, okay, to go, and get a certification, because maybe you want to start your own start your own business or something like that, or so you can go work somewhere. It must be a lot of money, no matter what. It's probably a whole lot of money. All right. And now this woman goes missing, and come on, like, this is why this burns my cookies so much. Okay. It really burns my cookies because you got a woman who's missing, and they're more concerned about them ducats, about making the monies, securing them bags, than them actually letting people know that someone went missing, that they disappeared, that was a part of the program as well. That's crazy to me. So I'm going to repeat that again so you guys can see this all the way in the nosebleed seats again. All right. She was staying at the retreat on the beach. Some guests are outraged that the resort did not inform them that someone was missing. In other words, they didn't put up. Remember, he asked in the video, the first video we just watched, Brian Ensign asked one of the people, I guess, that was staying at the place, asked them about if there were flyers up, and she didn't even answer that question. Why, you ask? Because there aren't any damn flyers up. What are they trying? Why are they trying to cover this up? Or I'm not sitting here saying they're trying to cover it up, but they're trying to hide it. Why are they trying to avert people's eyes from the truth, from safety, from awareness of what's going on? That's crazy, guys. Yes, S-Dubs, thank you so much. So $2,400 to $5,300. So $2,400 to $5,300 to go to this thing. Deposit is $300. That's crazy though. You're dropping upwards of $5,300, $5,300 to get your certification, to have a peaceful and wonderful experience. Now, I know on the side of the business, it's a business and they need to make money. And the last thing they want to let somebody know is that some other student went missing, because of course they don't want to lose that money. But at the same time, that's the right thing to do. You could even say we're taking special precautions. We're doing extra precautions to make sure we keep people safe in the area, so on and so forth. And then it's like, hey, if you want to stay, you can stay. If you don't, we will give you the full refund. Okay, no questions asked. You know for a fact there's going to be a good portion of people that are going to sit there and say, "Nah, I'ma stay." Get it? I'm fine. If you say those safety precautions have been implemented, cool. I'm Gucci. I'll stay. I don't know if I can do this again, so I'm going to do it now, and I'll stay. It's cool. Then there's other people that might be like, nah, man, I'm out. This is giving me too much PTSD, too much anxiety, etc. I'm out. You can refund me full, but refund them in full. Money, not resort credit. I get it. It's not their fault that somebody went missing, but at the same time, optically, they're messing up severely by acting like by acting like she didn't even exist, that this tragedy isn't actually happening in real life, okay, from their resort. That's a huge problem, guys. Huge problem. But I'm going to continue on, though. We got more. We got more to talk about. Oh, man. We got more. Let us go. Like I said, these are not in chronological order, okay? But I'm going to play this one real quick.
Developing now, it's been 1 week since anyone has seen Taylor Casey, the Chicago woman that went missing in the Bahamas while on a yoga retreat. An active police investigation is now underway. The search continues. A tourism spokesperson for the country saying their hearts go out to her family. Emily Finn joining us now with more on this mystery. Emily, I hear her family is now headed to the Caribbean to help with the search.
Yes, they are now involved with all of the search efforts, Hannah. And our News Nation team is there as well, trying to search for answers about Taylor Casey's whereabouts. The 41-year-old Chicago woman was in the Bahamas for a yoga training program. It was a long-term goal for her. She's a yoga teacher and has been practicing for 15 years. The Royal Bahamas Police Force says Casey was last seen near Paradise Island on June 19th. The U.S. government issued a level 2 travel advisory for the country back in January, warning specifically about violent crimes in the areas that she was at. Concerning, for sure, Hannah.
What about her family? Are they saying anything?
Yeah, we have been in contact with her family. They're saying it's definitely unusual for Casey to cut off communication entirely. They say that she's a very vibrant person with a loving personality. News Nation's Brian Enton spoke with Casey's mother, who says that she believes that her daughter is not safe.
Why does her mom believe that there is danger for sure?
Yeah, and she said that. She was clear today. She hasn't said it on camera yet, but she said it, that she believes that her daughter's in danger. And the reason is because she says she would just never disappear. This is totally unlike her. She was so excited for the yoga retreat, and that she was excited to come back and teach some of what she learned here.
Yeah, totally out of character for her. Her family is still holding on to hope that she will be found safe and sound. Our team will continue to bring her.
Now, I think it's very important for us to remember, they said it's very out of character for her to just up and disappear in the way that she did. Of course, that's obviously a thing that would make you at least answer some of the questions of, does she have a history of doing anything where she would just up and just bounce? Where she would just have any history of mental health issues, where she had maybe a psychotic break, like a mental break of some sort, where she just went and just decides to run, right? Decides to kick rocks, right? Is she someone who would just go and elope in some sort of way? They're saying this is not in character at all for Taylor. That's a big, big deal. So obviously, to me, I look at that and I go, okay, there is definitely a possibility of some serious foul play here. Again, there could have been an accident. You still have to put that on the table, right? You still have to leave that on the table. There's still a good possibility that this woman had an accident. She could have fallen. She could have been on a boat of some sort, anything. She could have gone swimming and could not handle the water. I don't know. But again, doesn't matter. None of these questions have been answered yet. The only thing that you can say is, according to the family, is that she didn't have a history of doing things like this, just up and leaving and just, say leaving her phone on the side on the shore or throwing it in the middle of the ocean and just taking off. That's not her character. It's totally out of character, right? We got more we're going to take a look at as well. All right. But like I said, it's just odd, y'all. It's just very, very odd.
Right, the search is growing more desperate tonight for a woman from Chicago missing in the Bahamas for almost a week. Her family believes she's in trouble in Paradise. 41-year-old Taylor Casey went to the islands for a month-long yoga retreat, but last Thursday, she didn't show up for her morning classes. She was last seen at the retreat on Paradise Island the night before. Family and friends say it doesn't sound like Casey to miss the classes, and they're growing more and more concerned for her safety. The State Department issued a level 2 travel advisory for the Bahamas in January, remember. It urged Americans to use, quote, increased caution when traveling there because of rising crime, including gang violence, armed robberies, and sexual assault. The State Department says it is working with local authorities in the Bahamas to find Casey. And tonight, members of her family are in the Bahamas to join in the search. News Nation's senior national correspondent Brian Enton joins us now live from the Bahamas. Brian, what have you learned? How long had she been there before she went missing?
Now, before we go into that, I do have a couple other questions. Now, I understand that they don't have many cameras in that area, but at the same time, I keep wondering, her last few steps, right? Tracing her last few steps. Did she go to a store? Did she go to a bar, a restaurant of any sort that have security cameras anywhere? I keep wondering where she could have gone before she actually disappeared. And do they have that footage, if there's any footage in that area? The other thing I would say too is, if this particular island or Bahamas in general doesn't have security cameras, then they need to start doing that now. You need to bulk up on your security cameras, period. You got people coming out here, coming out to paradise, seemingly paradise, and not returning home. Some of them are returning home, but they're becoming victims, survivors of not only just robberies, but of assaults, SA, etc. Come on. All right. If you know that you have bulked up or not bulked up, but if you've put your travel advisory to a level 2, right? Saying, be careful, robberies and all these other things are happening, and all these other crimes that are happening to tourists are actually happening. Why wouldn't you bulk up at least security camera footage, security cameras in specific areas that you know that are dangerous of any kind? I'm just saying, think about it for a second. Come on, Bahamas. Now you got a woman that's missing. And even so, it's like, don't worry about it. No, we need to worry about it. We need to. You think people are going to want to get into boats and go out there and kick it and have a great time and spend all their money in in an area on an island that is just overwrought with crime? I'm telling you right now, no. Especially how you're handling this particular case. This is not good. It's not. I had to get that out of my system. I'm just curious, where is the security cam footage of any kind before she allegedly went missing? That's what I'd like to know.
Yeah, it's our understanding she had been here for a couple of weeks. She was part of this yoga retreat where she was trying to get an advanced certification in yoga so that she could go back to Chicago and teach this special version of yoga. She was very into yoga. She'd been studying it for the last 15 years, according to her family, and she was really looking forward to this retreat. It's a very, very special place that people from all over the world come to visit to learn yoga technique. It's called the Sivananda Ashram. It was actually endorsed by Gwyneth Paltrow's lifestyle brand Goop. It was called Otherworldly. That's the way they described it. It is beautiful. I was out there yesterday. It's on this secluded beach. You can't get there by road. So she was there. She was attending the classes. She was staying there and sleeping there. And then on Thursday, she didn't show up to the classes. And that's when the people at the ashram became concerned, contacted local authorities, contacted her family, and she basically vanished. She hasn't been seen since. It's an island, obviously, here. There's nowhere really to go. If she left the island, she would have to go through immigration. Her family believes she's in danger, says it's totally out of character, Elizabeth, and they are now frantically searching here, along with law enforcement in the Bahamas.
Now, what's interesting about that is you got a woman that's missing. They're not, from the interview from a few days ago, he even said with that, just a person, I think somebody who was just, staying at the resort. He even said, I don't see anybody out here trying to search for her, trying to find her or anything of that sort. No one's looking for her. Not no one? That's weird. Because in my mind, I'm thinking, oh, they don't want to do a huge search because they don't want the people who are there for vacation to look out their windows and get a constant reminder that there's someone that's been possibly snatched out here in these island streets. And they don't want to have that. They don't want to have that visage, that visual for their patrons that are trying to relax and have a good time with their friends and family. No, no, no. So of course they're not conducting searches like that. Of course not. But again, it doesn't make sense. He says, even flyers, nothing, nothing. At least as of the reporting from Brian Enton over the past few days, nothing's happened. Nothing's changed. Except for what I showed you a couple days ago that was posted on their Facebook page saying, yes, the retreat, the yoga retreat, making a post. That's about it, really. There was a press conference allegedly done. Well, it was done by the police in the Bahamas. We're going to see a little snippet of that here in a second, but it's just interesting. Like I said, all of it I feel like is they're just painting by numbers. They're just going through the motions to make it seem like they're really out here trying to find her when it doesn't seem like they really are. Let's continue on.
Brian, the Bahamas are a series of islands. What's the island where she and you now are on? Which particular island was that? And can you describe it? Are there high-end resorts? Does it seem to be relatively safe? What can you tell me?
Yeah, so I'm on Nassau, where I'm standing right now, and then right on the other side of this body of water where you see those trees in the background, that's Paradise Island. That's where this yoga retreat was held, on a secluded part of the island on the western edge. Again, there's no roads. You kind of have to walk down the beach to get there. But on Paradise Island, not too far away, is the Atlantis Resort. You've probably heard of that. It's like this luxurious, very, very popular. Yeah, right. It's a big, huge resort. People from all over the world go there. So that's right there. So it's relatively safe. I mean, they've had issues in the Bahamas with crime, and there's a level 2 warning right now from the State Department for tourists, but that has a lot to do with gang activity and robberies. Not so much stuff right in this area, which is what makes this so unusual that a tourist would just disappear, Elizabeth.
Right. No, Atlantis is a big draw for families. It's got a big kids water park and that sort of thing. So a lot of American families go there. The Bahamians were not happy about that travel advisory. Quickly, any word from the ashram at all?
Yeah, so they put out a statement basically saying we're the first ones who alerted police, and obviously saying that they hope that she's found and they're concerned. They were a bit annoyed with me because we went out there yesterday, walked down the beach, went to the ashram. There's all guests there now meditating, and I think they weren't so happy that we showed up asking about this missing woman, because the people there didn't even know that she was missing, Elizabeth. It seems like it's almost a new group of guests this week versus last week.
Again, people didn't even know. Like I said, people didn't even know. People who were staying at the resort, so on and so forth, didn't know anything about her disappearance until Brian Enton showed up and was starting to ask questions.
Yeah, you'd think that would be something people should know. Okay, yeah. Brian Enton, keep us posted. Great digging around.
Listen, some ain't right here. And I'm not sitting here saying that the resort has something to do with her disappearance. I'm not saying any of that. All I'm saying is that the people do not know anything about what's going on the resort until the news showed up and started asking questions. If News Nation didn't show up on the island and disrupt their breathing exercises or their sun salutations, a lot of those patrons, a lot of those people that are staying at the resort would not know anything about this missing woman's case. What does that say to you guys? Says a lot to me. Very big concern about securing the bag rather than securing a life. And there's most definitely trouble in paradise, for sure. And yet, this resort, this retreat, isn't doing anything about this, which I find pretty crazy. One thing, though, I want to make sure. Like, this is just, like I said, there is so many different videos, so many different cases, or so many different videos, so many different things covering this particular case. And it seems as if as soon as there was all of this attention, as soon as News Nation, like I said, went out there and started talking, that's when they're like, but we care too. Oh, yeah, she is missing. But we've talked to the local authorities and the U.S. Embassy. It's in their hands now. So let's go back to our breathing exercises real quick, everybody. Nothing to worry about here. But, appreciate you, reporters. Appreciate you coming through. But please F off. Because we got we got students to teach. Okay? We got students to learn. All right? We appreciate you. No, they did nothing for days until they finally were getting attention from national news. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable to me. Let's get into Banfield.
Tonight, the family tells us that Taylor's phone last pinged in the ocean. Our senior national correspondent, Brian Enton, is live in the Bahamas tonight. That's distressing news, Brian. I'm not going to lie. I didn't expect to hear that piece of information. But the family seems to be strangely quiet. Have you been able to talk to any members of them?
So we were able to talk to her niece, which you're going to hear in a moment. Other members of the family did arrive. Excuse me, I've got a bug in my eye. Did arrive here in the Bahamas today. They were supposed to come yesterday. Their flight was canceled, so they got here later today. We know that they met with police today, got an update on the investigation, and we did learn that new clue, obviously not what the family wanted to hear, that her phone last pinged in the ocean, according to the family, on Wednesday, and that the phone was even found in the ocean. Why would she go in the ocean with her phone? There's still a lot of questions there, a lot of missing pieces, but according to the family, the phone did ping inside the ocean. I want you to hear a little bit of what her niece told me, a little more about the timeline that the family's been able to piece together.
Well, we spoke to her Tuesday, and she was fine. She was normal. She was having a good time. She told us how she was enjoying herself. She sent us pictures on the beach, how she was loving the beach. And then Thursday, we got a call because my grandma actually texted her Wednesday, and no response. But we didn't think nothing of it.
Again, looking good, having a great time. Text message. Didn't think anything of it, but let me roll that back.
And she was fine. She was normal. She was having a good time. She told us how she was enjoying herself. She sent us pictures on the beach, how she was loving the beach. And then Thursday, we got a call because my grandma actually texted her Wednesday, and no response. But we didn't think nothing of it. Thursday, we got a call from the ashwangas, the yoga retreat, saying that Taylor hadn't been seen, that she had missed all the classes, if we heard from her or figured, where she might have been.
So they got the news, Ashley, from the yoga retreat, but they say up until she stopped communicating with them, she was sending pictures of herself on the beach. She was having a great time. There was nothing unusual that stuck out to them.
It is weird. I mean, yeah, to have somebody having a wonderful time and then all of a sudden to go radio silent. Are the police saying anything different today than they did yesterday?
Yeah. Well, they are now talking, which is interesting. They had sort of a mini press conference earlier. I think the pressure is sort of on now that the media and the international media is now covering the case. So they had this press conference, said that they've been investigating. They've had drones, they've had divers, they've met with the family. Listen to what.
Hold on. You heard what he just said, right? All right. So let me roll that back again, because again, it seemed like nothing was going on until the news started covering it, until the news started giving a damn about Taylor Casey's life. That's when suddenly 5-0 did their own press conference to let everybody know, listen, optically, we're doing everything we can. Interesting, right? Were they transparent and being very informative to the family of Casey's, of Taylor Casey's? Or no? Were they doing that before that? Or are they doing it now because media is out here covering it and asking a lot of questions, much needed questions? Think about that for a second. Suddenly now they do a press conference. We're out here in the boats and looking around for the girl. Come on, guys. Come on now.
Well, they are now talking, which is interesting. They had sort of a mini press conference earlier. I think the pressure is sort of on now that the media and the international media is now covering the case. So they had this press conference, said that they've been investigating. They've had drones. They've had divers. They've met with the family. Listen to what the police said really just a little while ago.
The timing's ridiculous.
We met with the family of Taylor Casey, who was reported missing to our agency on Thursday, the 20th of June, 2024. Since that report was made, we have conducted extensive investigation into the matter. This afternoon, we updated the family of Taylor as to where we are in the investigation. We have a very, very good relationship. They're very, very pleased with the investigations thus far.
Are they? Are they though? Are we sure about that? Are we sure about that? I don't know about that. But I guess you're going to say whatever you can so that the media and the public stay off your back.
We used our drone technology. We used our canine. We've used our divers. We've used a number of resources. And so our investigation continues into this matter.
Hold on. I'm sorry. I call BS on that. I call BS on this press conference. Sorry. We're using the drones. I'm sorry. Then why isn't someone like Brian Enton, right, who does fantastic work, why would he say, there's nobody searching out here? I don't see anything going on. I don't see any flyers out here. I don't see anything going on in regards to bringing awareness to this disappearance of Taylor. And they're saying, yeah, we got divers. We use the drones. We're using lots of resources. What resources are you using? And why aren't we seeing these things? Why isn't Brian Enton seeing these things? I'm just saying, you think Brian Enton would be like, yeah, they out here. They really are out here looking. Maybe I was just on the wrong side of the island or whatever the hell it is. What you got to do is sit here going, wait a second. Nah, I ain't seen nothing about nobody doing nothing in the water looking for this woman. And now they're out here saying, yeah, we're using drones. We're using divers. We're using boats, planes, trains, automobiles. What? Make that make sense, guys. Now they suddenly do. Now they suddenly do a press conference now. Days later. And now they're going, oh, no. We are doing our stuff. We use all our resources and dogs. I forgot about the dogs. Let's not forget about they're using dogs too, guys. So show me proof. Show me the Carfax on that. Show me, because I don't believe it. I don't.
So it's an active investigation, Ashley. We heard that there were police officers back out at the ashram at the yoga retreat today, continuing to investigate and look around in that area, that part of the beach on the western part of Paradise Island.
Okay, so I know that island really well. My brother actually lives there, and I go there all the time. I didn't know about the Shivananda retreat. I haven't been to a yoga retreat there, but I saw you walking the beach up to the resort last night. I thought it was very clever of you to be able to come from the beach side. And I saw that you left your card with the people who were there. Did they get back to you at all? Are they tight-lipped? Are they helpful? Like, what's the vibe there?
That's a very, very good question. Remember, he was talking to somebody who was wearing one of the yellow shirts. I'm assuming she was one of the attendees, one of the pupils for this yoga retreat. He handed his card. He's like, here's my card, that kind of thing. Live on camera, right? They caught that. So that is a very good question, just to see if he was able to reach out and just hear a little bit more from that woman.
Yeah, so they did get back to me. And by the way, I've been here a bunch too when I was a kid. And this is the western part of the island. So the kind of the opposite side of where Atlantis is. There's not even a road to get down there. You either have to get there by boat or you have to walk along the beach. So it's kind of this secluded part of Paradise Island. And yeah, I tried to get them to talk to us yesterday. They weren't happy that we showed up. They did release a statement to us today saying they're cooperating in the investigation. And then they also added, and I want to read you this, it said, I should point out that the ashram is a place of meditation and learning, and visits by reporters will be disruptive for our guests and interrupt our teaching. As a result, we are not allowing reporters to visit.
See, that's another statement. At first, they just asked them politely to F off. Now they're saying basically the same thing. I should point out that the ashram is a place of meditation and learning, and visits by reporters will be disruptive for our guests and interrupt our teaching. As a result, we are not allowing reporters to visit. Why, though? Why not? Do you man, this stuff angers me. This burns my cookies. Let me try to say something to you guys. I should point out that the ashram is a place of making money and counting them ducats. And visits by reporters kind of stop the opportunity for us to make them greenbacks. As a result, we're not allowing reporters to be to visit because you're messing up our cash flow. That's literally how I see this statement from the retreat. Why would they not allow people to come in to ask questions, to bring more light and more awareness about this woman's disappearance? Maybe there's some information that they do have that could get us closer, the family closer, to finding out what happened to their daughter, to their loved one, to their best friend. But no, they're more concerned about, it's disrupting our guests. Do you realize that your guests are now wanting to leave? They don't want to be there anymore, y'all. Or at least not, I wouldn't say all of them. Some of them I'm sure don't care because they're like, hey, when am I going to ever get this opportunity to do this retreat? I took a whole month off of work just so I could be here. Or I saved up. This is the only opportunity, so I'm willing to stay. There's going to be people who are going to be like, I'm not comfortable with this. I'm nervous and I'm scared. And I can't concentrate on this. I got to go. But you're not even telling your guests about what tragedy just happened. So you keep thinking out of sight, out of mind? That's wrong, guys. That's absolutely wrong. In fact, in my mind, I'm like, okay, are you doing the same thing with law enforcement? Are you cooperating with law enforcement right now? Or not? That's the other thing I'd like to have answered too. Because you got to be kidding me. Please, reporters, we appreciate you being here, but F off. Namaste. I'm not with it, guys. I got a couple super chats. Let me grab these really quick, okay? Tired as a mother. Thank you so much. Money making cities, countries, etc. disregard human life for an image. Absolutely. We are dollar signs to them. 5 days. Come on. That's embarrassing and cold. I couldn't agree more, Tired. I couldn't agree more. Thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate it. Tyler, what up, man? Thank you so much for being a member for over a year. Wow. Thank you for covering this and for your moral and for information clarity. Thank you so much. I appreciate that, Tyler. I appreciate that, my brother. Melly, thank you so much for gifting one membership. And I always ask, it's a simple ask. For the one that actually received that blessing, that energy, that positive energy, all I ask is for you to Open a door for somebody, buy somebody a drink, buy somebody dinner or lunch for the day. Call your mom, call your dad, something. Just do one act of kindness today. One act of kindness. Or if you want to pay it forward, you can pay it forward by gifting somebody else a membership. So, Melly, I do appreciate that. Thank you very much. Carbonize, what up? Thank you so much for being a member for the past 5 months. The like button is awaiting your affections, guys. Indeed. Smash it. Oh, also, hi. Much love. Hi. How you doing? I appreciate the love. Thank you so much, Carbonize. And thank you so much for reminding them to smash that like button down below. Okay? But they said, police are out here. Bahama police are sitting here saying we've been doing the drones, the dogs, the divers, the boats, the planes, etc. We're doing everything we can to find this woman. According to Brian Enton in his reporting, he did not see anything as such when he was out there. Maybe it's revved up even more now because of the coverage on this particular case. But it is really ridiculous and asinine to me that they would sit there and try to scoop up the fumble, right? And try to run it all the way to the end zone. That doesn't make any sense to me, okay? Oh, look at us. Look at what we did. We're doing it now. No, you already fumbled the ball. It's a wrap, okay? It's already a wrap. Everybody's seeing that now. Then on top of it, you got the yoga retreat still doing some shady-ish as well. Why would they? We already know why they did this. But now it's bad. Because even so, the post that they put up, like Tired said, yeah, it's bad. It's cold. It's tone deaf. And it's very, very last minute. The only reason why they posted that thing is because of the national, international attention that this case is getting. And I will say this, it's not even getting that big of attention as it should. But we've already talked about that a million times before. But it's still getting some attention nonetheless. And this is how they're reacting. News Nation or reporters for media, etc., that are flying down and, changing out their sneakers and their loafers for flip-flops. Y'all can put those shoes right back on, get on your plane and fly right back to from whence you came from, because we are not going to talk to you guys. It's messing with our money. It's messing with our clients, and we can't allow this in our retreat. It's freaking sad, guys.
So obviously, they don't want us to go back there. When we were there yesterday, there were people meditating who were not happy to be asked about this missing woman. I did notice, by the way, though, that just yesterday, actually, I think after our visit, they did post on their Instagram page a picture and trying to, drum up some interest so people can help with the search.
Like I said, this is a case that really does this is a case that breaks my heart. A lot of these cases break my heart. What else is new? Okay. But again, I just don't get why we are seeing something happening in real life. It's IRL. This is not something that we're just speculating and conspirizing about. We're seeing these things actually come to fruition right before our eyes, actually materialize right before our eyes. We are seeing the acts in which the police, in which the retreat, the resort, how they're reacting, how they are handling the situation. We are seeing how they are trying to hide this, trying to keep it under the rug so that they can continue making money instead of coming out in the front, being honest, being real, and being helpful for this family. But of course, people are going to want to leave if they see that they only give a damn about greed. That's what we're seeing right now. They don't give a damn about trying to find this woman. They don't give a damn about trying to find Taylor. They give a damn about securing the bag, keeping the money flowing, and keeping their reviews on point. Because of Goop, we were mentioned on Goop. The Gwyneth Paltrow gave us a good review, but now you're tarnishing it because you're not willing to step and get right in front of it and say, yes, we do have somebody that is missing right now. We are doing everything we can to help find this woman. They're not doing that. They're hoping that this shall pass. That's wrong. You can't breathe through this. You can't do a whole bunch of sun salutations in hopes that one day she just pops up and just shows up out of nowhere alive and breathing. No, you got to do work. You got to try. You got to put effort. You got to put boots on the ground. Yes, you got to use the divers or the dogs, the drones, etc. The three Ds, the divers, the dogs, and the drones, and then some. You got to be proactive. You can't meditate this to be found. You can't meditate this to have the case be solved for itself. There has to be care and effort. And of course, let's not forget, what if there's somebody that was maybe her roommate at the resort, or was the last person to see her, that hasn't been able to speak out or hasn't been scared to step forward and speak? What about those people? What about the people that saw her? All those people that saw her the night or the day that she went missing. What about all those people? By you sweeping it under the rug, it doesn't give them, maybe they're scared or whatever, but it doesn't give them incentive or feel like there's safety for them to speak out and talk about what's going on here. And maybe they thought that, this is a black woman, so it's going to fly under the radar. It's going to be fine. It's going to fly under the radar. Maybe that's what they thought too. This won't be as big of a deal, but it is a big deal. Notice, national and international media is covering this and bringing this story to light, because it's not only just about this woman disappearing, it's also the actions in which the resort, the yoga school, and local PD, how they're treating this case. This is a very big problem. This is a very, very big problem. And all I see is corruption. It upsets me because there's more concern about money than finding this loved one. I know Gordon Gekko said greed is good, right? That's a throwback to Wall Street. I get it. But sometimes, and I don't agree with that, but at the same time, greed can also be the worst, can really bring out the worst in people. Even a yoga retreat. Think about that. From what I understand, I thought yoga is about peace, love, being frugal, living a humble life, and all that. Peace amongst us brothers and sisters. Loving each other no matter your background. And now we're seeing this and how this case is unfolding. And it seems as if at least this retreat only gives a damn about how much money you have in your pocket, not the safety of their brothers and sisters that pay top dollar for a mind-blowing, earth-shattering, life-altering experience. I tell you what, though, this is life-altering for a lot of people right now. Taylor Casey's family that are all trying to figure out where she is right now. That's where the focus should be. And I'm hoping that by us talking about it right now on the show, it does as such. Again, she's 41 years old. She was last seen June 19th. She was attending the ashram yoga retreat for a yoga certification program. Apparently, she was happy. Apparently, she was having a great time. She was having the time of her life. No signs of mental health or any type of issues of that sort where she would just up and run off. It looks like now local PD is doing everything they can. But before, it seems as if this was all being swept under the rug and this was nothing. They just thought, maybe they thought this was just going to pass over. Give it a couple weeks and no one would be uttering this woman's name. Well, I am. And I'm hoping that you guys do too. That's why I say we need to bring more awareness to these kinds of cases all day long. There's something rotten in Denmark or, the Bahamas. Somebody out there knows what happened to this woman. But if we don't start asking questions, we won't get the answers that we're looking for. Whoops, wrong one. Anyway, guys, that is the show. I appreciate all y'all for being here. It does mean a lot. One thing I will say, though, okay, real quick. I do have a comment. Let me grab that really quick. All right. Charlie Miller, thank you so much for being a member for the past 2 years. Thank you. If Ashram is so concerned with their money and image, telling reporters to F off isn't a good look. Guess what's going to happen in the future? I could not agree more. I could not agree more, guys. Okay? I appreciate you guys for being here. Oh, here's another thing. Before you head off, I was thinking about watching the debate tonight, like do a watch party with, Trump and Biden. There's a band, and Kennedy, if I'm correct. They're all supposed to be on the same platform together. It should be interesting. And I guess it's a rematch for Biden and Trump. Would you guys watch it with me if I did a watch party for that? Hit the number 1 in the chat. Let me know, because I've been thinking about it quite a bit. And I'm like, it's been a toss up. Do I do a live and watch it with you guys or no? Okay. Yes. Carbonites, thank you so much. Also, bye. Much love. Bye too. But if you guys are all doing ones, okay, we're gonna do it. I see a bunch of y'all in the house saying number 1. So yeah, we will do it. Okay. Somebody just said I'm waiting for the SNL version. Me too. I'm waiting for that too. But we could watch the real one first so that we understand the jokes for SNL, because I think it'll be interesting. I just want to see how they both do. And I honestly want to see how Kennedy does too. But obviously, the main two that we're focusing on is Trump and Biden. It should be very interesting. So I guess I'll be doing it. Okay. I'll do it. Okay. And I think that's on at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. So we'll be here. You know what I mean? We'll have a libation and chill out and listen to the craziness that comes out of these men's mouths. Okay. Now, here's the thing. Reminder, please do me a favor, guys. Okay. Before we do the hit the like buttons and all that stuff, please hashtag this woman's name, bring awareness, share her photo, share her article, share any of the articles, any of the videos from News Nation, share this video. I don't care. Just please bring awareness to this woman's disappearance. Okay. In her case, if you need to make TikToks, make a damn TikTok. Bring awareness. That's all I'm asking. Because I don't think the Bahamas is going to do anything to bring awareness. We've already seen it. It's been 7 damn days since she was reported missing. That's a long ass time, guys. So do me a favor, guys. Hit that like button down below. Crush it. Make it scream out your name. You know what to do. Please and thank you. Do not forget to hit that reaction button if you're watching on Facebook. And if you are watching on my other platforms like Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, X, please hit that follow button. But most definitely crush that subscribe button. Please and thank you. All right. I guess we'll be watching the Trump thing. That'll be crazy. Trump and Biden debate. That'll be interesting indeed. Of course, hit that join button down below. Become a member. Check out my Patreon. It's in the ticker down below right here. And I'll be talking to you guys very soon. Much love to you guys. Be good to yourselves. Be good to one another. See you guys soon. This is The Pascal Show. Bye.